No, we don't drink. Don't do any of that shit. Next guy is Paul fucking Ford. Welcome to the stage. Oi. What are you saying? You good? Right then, as he said, my name is Paul fucking Ford, and I am a massive piece of shit. True. See, always saw myself as a bad guy. Must have been something to do with the games I had growing up, you know, like villain top trumps. They had all the greats in. Hitler, Stalin. Particular favourite mine was Peter Sutcliffe. Yeah. No, yeah. Really, really good at the killing game, wasn't he? Really good at it. Must have been because he was so handsome. And, you know, maybe the man I am today following people like that. That being said, I am the sort of bloke that will stand over your dying nan and inhale her last breath. Woo! I chat so much shit, there's more smoke coming out of me than Grenfell. I'm the only bloke I know to get kicked off Epstein's Island for lowering the tone. It really comes to something when you don't even make the flight log, I tell you. I hate my fucking kids, same as the last bloke. Pair of fucking pricks, my boys. So much so, tried to sell them the other week, so I took them up to Rochdale to see my Muslim mates. But they turned around and said, no, they're wrong sex, lad. So I brought him back down to the BBC to see Hugh Edwards, and he went, no chance, they're way too old. It comes to something when Hugh Edwards turns his nose up at a pair of young boys, doesn't it? It leaves you thinking that maybe Lucy Letby should have been their midwife. Oh, fucking hell. I told you I was a piece of shit, didn't I? Fucking scumbag out here. I wasn't loved as a kid, you can probably tell. You know, love and affection was in such short supply in our house when we was growing up that when that one kid used to go in class that was covered in bruises and got launched on by his dad, you were left jealous, you know, that my dad never fancied me like his dad did to him. Oh, fucking hell, I've been working on that one all day, you fucking prince lawyer. Do you know what else pisses me off in this world makes me more of a scumbag? Fucking pornography. Pornography, it does. Swifty. No, yeah, it does. I missed a massive joke as well, and I left my fucking daughter out, so I'll go back to that little cow. No, she is. I can't believe I actually forgot her. She is a fucking prick. Dark day a couple of years ago. We let her out to play with her friends, Jessica Chapman and Ollie Wells. Now, you might think you know where this is going, but you know you've got a right ugly fucking daughter when Ian Huntley sends her home with a post-it note smacked on her forehead saying no tap. Now I can know about the pornography. Right, so, yeah, you know, back in the day, because I'm a little bit older than some of you, the holy grail of pornography was a couple of good old jazz mags, right? Parade, Mayfair, fantastic. There was always a couple of darlings in there. Sharon from Essex, you know, hairdresser, right? Alright, Sharon, we'll chat to you in a minute, don't worry, we'll get to you. And then you had, you know, Denise from Cheshire, teaching assistant. Both lovely faces, not quite as nice as hers, you know, perfect tits, fannies like paper cuts, the sort of women that Harvey Weinstein would give a good old thumbs up to. Do you know what I mean? You'd be working yourself away, getting yourself all heated up, pumping away, flick the page, and what really pisses me off, the next one is the bonus reader's wife's page. Fuck! Some council fucking scrag called Janice, unemployed and mother of three, with a fucking a set of teeth that you could fucking chew a fucking apple through a tennis racket, dusty old saddlebags for tits, stretch marks on her gut like a topographical map of the Pennines, a cesarean scar like she's had a fight with a shark, and a fanny like she's got a fucking window that's a fucking shagging and open in the night, right? It's disgusting. And you felt really dirty when you finished on her. You did, it was fucking horrible. But you worked with it and you just carried on, you know, we're all soldiers here, right? Nowadays, it's all internet based, isn't it? And it's fucking, you know, now it's Esmeralda, Rio de Janeiro, 7 inches thick and full of milk. It's like, fuck's sake, it's a geezer with tits again. And you're, you know, it's really frustrating because you're left, like, confused towards it. It's like, you're working your way up again, you're warming yourself up, pretty face, lovely set of teeth on her, banging tits, and there's a fucking Wrangler's bat in front of you. It's fucking massive, and it's not a gay thing, it's not a homophobic thing. I've always said you need a bit of cock in a porno, right? It's just one of those things you need. as long as there's a bit of fanny in it too. When there's just cock, you're left wondering yourself what the fuck's going on here. Because again, when in Rome and you've already worked yourself up, you're left very fucking confused, I tell you. It's fucking horrendous. And it's not, again, it's a size thing, I think, being left inadequate by the fact there's a geezer with a set of tits with a fucking cock twice the size of your own. Now, keeping on with the thing of pissing me off, pulling's gone weird nowadays, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Me and my friends was in like, a shitty little pub a little while ago. We had a conversation. It's about the way things sort of change. Now, some of you guys might agree, some of you might not. But the conversation was, birds, old and fit, or young and fat. Now, controversial it may be, and you know, some people might like this conversation, some might not. I went with the old and fit option, right? Always the way to go, in my opinion, right? And the reason I say this, if you're lucky enough to get an old and fit one, you might come up with one of two, alright? First one is, she's just never lucky enough to find a bloke, perfectly nice girl, everything's still intact, because she hasn't been ruined by a kid or anything like that, no stress or something, you know? A sort of fanny that'll grip your cock like some fucking the retard kid cuddling the rabbit in class, do you know what I mean? It's not one of those. Lovely little set of tits are again banging, but just a nice girl. Now, if you're really lucky, you end up with a fucking psycho. They can't hold on to a fucking bloke, and that's the ones to go for, the fucking nutters. Right? She really knows how to handle a cock, I'm telling you. The sort of woman that will get you to fucking check your ID and sign a disclaimer before she lets herself loose on you. The sort of bird with a menopausal rage, right? Then you see her clip you around the back of the ear hole, bend you over the bed, pull your cock and balls through to make you look like a bulldog, and toss your salad like she's eating a box of salad, a box of lettuce at the back end of it, right? She'll leave you cringing in the fucking corner, right? Like petrified, because she sucked you off so hard you'd have thought she would try to get pregnant for her fruit. That's the sort of psychopathic bitch you want, I'm telling you. Now when it comes to young and fat, in my opinion, the only thing they know how to handle is a bacon roll and a large cornetto. And again, you know, they might be alright, you might get a good one, but they want you to do all the work. And sometimes, even us bigger guys want to get thrown around by a nutter. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's just what it is. Back in the day, now you might not think it, I was a little bit more up together. Again, I used to play high level of sport, we'll leave that there. But I was up together, nice little body, I used to grind. I went through a phase of any port in a store. Alright? Plain and simple, right? And we did have a couple of fucking visits with the larger kind of girls, right? Now, there was this one particular girl one night, she was so fucking big, right? And when she took her top off, her tits were still tucked into her tights. And that was the fucking first problem. And they were big old titties, but it's a sort of tit you could grab and lift it up and order like a pint glass. Now you get an idea, that's how fucking big she was, right? Now, after 10 minutes of sweating and pumping and, you know, moving around, you know, where this is going, she finally got the rest of her clothes off. And, yeah, we started to get down to it. But again, red flag number 2 is when she took her knickers off, she was so fat, her ass was still in the knickers when they hit the floor. Needless to say, we did shoulder on, we got the job done, and we packed her off in a taxi with a £5 and told her to fuck off. Now, again, this is some of you might find this tasteful, some of you might not. All you fucking guys know I'm telling the fucking truth, whether you like to admit it or not. But I know this is rather misogynistic, and you know, you're probably right. I do love women though. I fucking love you. You all run the fucking world, we know this. Yeah, tickle our balls, pat us on the belly, and we'll put the bins out. As simple as that. Alright? This is all it's got to be. Okay? Now, I'll hold a door, I will pull out a chair, I will open the car for you, 100%, because that is what you all deserve. But on the flip side, when I hold that door open, I'm looking at your ass on the other side. When I pull the chair out, I'm looking down your top. No? It's the order of things. That's how it is. I'm looking at your ass, I'm looking at your ass, looking at your ass, not so much you. But, you know, you look like you'd be tangy. You know, sort of, if you put a tongue in your ass, it'd taste like a 9-volt battery. Not from me. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the laughs. It's been a real experience. Thank you ever so much. Have a lovely rest of your festival. Good night. Ta-da. My name is Paul fucking Ford.